Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us once again on the Teaching Trolling YouTube channel. So tonight we're very honored to have Singer Rinpoche back into the main hall tonight to guide us on the topic of blessings, rejoicing, and dedication of merits explained. So before we invite Rinpoche to start the teaching tonight, let's invite Anila to lead us in the prayers before teaching. Thank you. Anila, please.
Okay, good evening everyone. We shall start the prayer before teachings. Make sure you get the version number 9. We have our young handsome boys going around and asking people to download it. Right? Abi? Okay? Not me. Okay, never mind. Okay, let's turn to page 2. Wow, 刚刚好。Om Hong, Om Hong, Om Hong, Om Samra Samra Vina Samra Java Hong, Om Smra Smra Vina Srama Java Hong, Om Samra Samra Vina Srama Java Hong, Om Smra Smra Vina Srama Java Hong, Om Samra Samra Vina Srama Java Hong, Om Smra Smra Vina Srama Java Hong, Om Samra Samra Vina Srama Java Hong, Om Smra Smra Vina Srama Java Hong, Om Samra Samra Vina Srama Java Hong, Om Smra Smra Vimala Srama Java Hong, Om Sambara Sambara Vimala Srama Java Hong, Om Smra Smra Vimala Srama Java Hong, Om Sambara Sambara Vimala Srama Java Hong, Om Smra Smra Vimala Srama Java Hong. I take refuge in the Gurus, I take refuge in the Buddhas, I take refuge in the Dharma, I take refuge in the Sangha. I take refuge in the Gurus, I take refuge in the Buddhas, I take refuge in the Dharma, I take refuge in the Sangha. I take refuge in the Gurus, I take refuge in the Buddhas, I take refuge in the Dharma, I take refuge in the Sangha. Namo Guru Bhya, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya, Namo Gurubhya, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya, Namo Gurubhya, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya. To the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Arhat Sangha, I go for refuge until I am enlightened. By the merit from listening to the Dhamma, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of benefiting all modern sentient beings. To the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Arhat Sangha, I go for refuge until I am enlightened. By the merit from listening to the Dhamma, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of benefiting all modern sentient beings. To the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Arhat Sangha, I go for refuge until I am enlightened. By the merit from listening to the Dhamma, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of benefiting all modern sentient beings. In particular, I must achieve enlightenment quickly in order to free all the numberless kind modern sentient beings from the unimaginable oceans of samsaric sufferings and lead them to the peerless full enlightenment. For this purpose, I must listen and thereafter put into practice the teachings of the profound Buddha Dharma. Dayata Shame Shamavati Shamita Shatru Angure Mangure Parajite Kerude Keyure Desawati Olayani Vishuddha Nimale Parabanaye Kukure Kaka Krase Krasane Omuki Paramuki Amuki Shamitani Sawa Granda Banda Nane Nikrita Sawa Para Pavadina Vimuta Mara Pasha Shidapita Buddha Mudra Anugatita Sawa Mare Pusharita Parishude Vikasatu Sawa Mara Kamani. I prostrate to gathering of Dakinis of the three paces, coming from the supreme holy site of space enjoying, who have the powers of clairvoyance and magical emanations, and regard practitioners as their offspring. Aka Samaratsa Sataratsa Mariape, Aka Samaratsa Sataratsa Mariape, Aka Samaratsa Sataratsa Mariape, Tayata Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhiya Soha. Tayata Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhiya Soha. Tayata Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhiya Soha. To the power of the great truth of the words of the exalted three jewels, may all earth's conditions be overcome, may they become non-existent, may they be pacified, may all the evils such as enemies, obstacles and hindrances, and adverse conditions be pacified. Shantim Kuriya Soha. May the 80,000 types of obstacles be pacified. May we be separated from adverse harmful conditions. May everything conducive be obtained, and by the auspiciousness of everything good, may there be excellent happiness here and now. May all sentient beings achieve extraordinary superior happiness. May all sentient beings be free from the unbearable sea of suffering. May all sentient beings never be parted from the bliss of supreme liberation. May all sentient beings be free from all bias, attachment and anger to dear ones and aversion to others. To accomplish my own and others' aim, I generate altruistic intention to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. To accomplish my own and others' aim, I generate altruistic intention to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. To accomplish my own and others' aim, I generate altruistic intention to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. Reverently I prostrate my body, speech and mind, and present clouds of every type of offering, actually offered and mentally transformed. I confess all my negative actions accumulated since beginner's time, and rejoice in the virtues of all holy and ordinary beings. Peace remain until samsara ends, and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate all the virtues of others and myself to the great enlightenment. Now is the Heart Sutra. Thus have I heard, once the Blessed One was daring in Rajgriha at Vulture Peak Mountain, together with the great gathering of Sanghas the monks and the great gathering of Sanghas the Bodhisattvas. At that time, the Blessed One entered the Samadhi that expresses the Dharma called profound illumination. At the same time, noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, while practicing the profound Prajna Paramita, saw in this way. He saw the five skandha also to be empty of nature. Then through the power of the Buddha, the Venerable Shariputra said to the noble Avalokiteshvara, Bodhisattva Mahasattva, how should a son or daughter of the noble family tree who wishes to practice the profound Prajna Paramita, addressed in this way, noble Avalokiteshvara, Bodhisattva Mahasattva said to the Venerable Shariputra, O Shariputra, a son or daughter of the noble family who wishes to practice the profound Prajna Paramita should say in this way, seeing the five skandhas to be empty of nature, form is emptiness, emptiness also is form. Emptiness is no other than form, form is no other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, perception, formation and consciousness are emptiness. Thus, Shariputras, all dharmas are emptiness. There is no characteristics. There is no birth and no cessation. There is no impurity and no purity. There is no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Shariputra, in emptiness, there is no form, no feeling, no perception, no formation, no consciousness, no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no appearance, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch, no dharmas, no eye dhatu up to no mind dhatu, no dhatu or dharmas, no mind consciousness dhatu, no ignorance, no end of ignorance up to no old age and death. No end of old age and death, no suffering, no origin of suffering, no cessation of suffering, no path, no wisdom, no attainment, and no non-attainment. Therefore, Shariputra, since the Bodhisattvas have no attainment, they abide by means of Prajna Paramita. Since there is no obscuration of mind, there is no fear. They transcend falsity and attain complete nirvana. All the Buddhas of the 3 times by means of prajna paramita fully awakened to unsurpassable, true, complete enlightenment. Therefore, the great mantra of prajna paramita, the mantra of the great insight, the unsurpassed mantra, the unyugo mantra, the mantra that comes all suffering should be known as truth, since there is no deception. The prajna paramita mantra is said in this way. Tayata om gate gate parakate parasamkate bodhiya soha. Thus Shariputra Bodhisattva Mahasattva should train the profound prajna paramita. Then the Blessed One arose from that samadhi and praised noble 𝑦𝒂𝒂𝒔 Bodhisattva Mahasattva, saying, Good, good, O son of noble family, thus it is. O son of noble family, thus it is. One should practice the profound prajna paramita just as you were taught, and all the Tathagatas will rejoice. When the Blessed One has said this, Venerable Shariputra and noble 𝑦𝒂𝒂𝒔 Bodhisattva Mahasattva and the whole assembly of the world with its gods, humans, aksharas and gandharvas rejoice and praise the words of the Blessed One. Okay, thank you everyone. So pass over to Ile. Thank you.
Hi, good evening everyone. Welcome to tonight's teaching. It's Dhamma teaching by Sanghas Rinpoche, and today is the Buddha's Joyful Day. So tonight we'll be covering blessings, rejoicing and dedication of merits explained. So in today's announcements, we will be covering a few things. So have a blessed Buddha's Joyful Day. And yes, here we are. So Ulaanbaatar Festival, the grand finale, it's happening on Saturday. At 10 a.m. we'll be having the Medicine Buddha Puja, Medicine Buddha Jangwa in Tibetan, and 2 p.m. will be the recitation of the Compassionate Samadhi Water Repentance Sutra, Part 3 in Chinese. So on this grand finale day, so all dedication tablets will be brought to the main hall for grand dedication of merit. So if you would like to pay respects to your dearly departed ones on this day, please do so before 1 p.m. So to make any offering before that, please scan this QR code right here. And of course, the upcoming class by Geshe 𝑗𝒅𝒂𝒔 will be on the 24th of September on Sunday. He'll be sharing with us on prostrations. So from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on site at Thekchen Choling Singapore Main Hall. So the practice of making prostrations is a great daily practice for the purpose of purifying negative karmas and obstacles to spiritual practice. So join Geshe 𝒅𝒂𝒔 in the prostration class to learn more about significance and also the benefits of prostration and how to do the prostrations to 35 Buddhas. So scan here to sign up and for more details as well. And also the Exploring Buddhism Module 2 that's starting on the 30th of September on Saturday. It will be 13 lessons of 13 lessons, which 4 of them is face-to-face and 9 will be online. So these are the dates, to take note of them, and also the time will be from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. And yeah, Module 2 will be covering the topics of the 3 principal aspects of the path. So do join our brother, Dhamma brother, Dorje Tenzin, to learn more. So scan this QR code to learn more. And of course, celebrating Lord Ksitigaba's birthday on the 14th of September on Thursday. So at 11 a.m. we'll be doing a food offering before all Buddhas, and in celebration of this special Ksitigaba's Bodhisattva's birthday, let us pray for the swift purification of the world conflicts, natural disasters and illnesses, and create great merits and auspicious conditions for all beings. So scan this QR code. The closing date is 13th of September at 8 a.m. So thank you for listening. So in the meantime, we'll be inviting the chairman of the temple, Joanne Howe, to make a few very important announcements on this very auspicious day. Thank you.
Hello. Okay, hello everyone. I don't know where's the camera again. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. Okay, so really happy Buddha Joyous Day today to all of you. Welcome to the teaching. Today is a very important day because we officially launched the ANA fundraising. Okay, it's regarding this temple and the structure of this temple. So I did an introduction this morning to everyone. I don't think I can repeat the same story, but let me try my best to relate to you. What are we doing and why are we doing this? Okay? So look at, here you can see on the screen, it's called Expanding with a Mission. Teaching Choling has a mission to enable every single person to lead a meaningful life. All ages, children, youth, and adults. So this is where we are striving for, and we need to, oh, give me a sec. We need to renew the look and the usage of this space and the structure, reliability of this space. So this is going to be the new temple. Nice not? Nice. You like or not? Like, okay, I always ask this morning, I ask, you all want or not? Yes? Yes? Yes. Okay, yes. This is really an inspiration of combination of traditional look and a modern usage combined. And this is an artist's impression now. We try our best, right? So now we can only communicate to you on the artist's impression on this temple. So I'll make the announcement not too long. I'll go ahead and tell you the why. So you heard about our mission, right? We have a mission to accomplish. What do you want this mission for? And what is this temple all about? If you look at the temple up here, we call it a timeless gift. A timeless gift we can give to the next generation and the next generation. Before I go there, I would like to inform you that this is a very, very big project. And Teaching Choling is a charity registered with MCCY. We have a board of directors looking at complying to the regulation requirement. We also have, you can see our financials published in the website. We are also very transparent. And our accounts are audited every year. So why I say all that is because I want you guys to know that all your donations, big or small, any single amount, even 10 cents, we truly, truly appreciate. And it means a lot. And we safeguard it for the purpose intended. Okay? So that's why I explained the governance to all of you. A timeless gift is what we can give to the next generation. Maybe I say a little bit about this land. Huh? This land is, this land is freehold. Okay, so you don't have to worry about renewing with the government every 30 years. It's freehold. This land is also gazetted for a religious purpose. So commercially, nobody will be interested to come and make a coffee house, okay? So a lot of cafe here, right? So no need to come here. And the other thing is about here, if all of you are long enough here, you start to notice that people notice our presence. We have been here for more than 10 years, and people start to feel like this is the temple I want to come to. I need to talk to Buddha, pray to Buddha, I come. The reason why I know is we were talking to the mayor during Vesak Day. We told them about what we need to do, and we said that we need to move out for a while. The mayor go, where you all going? Huh? Why? Huh? Where are you all going? So, got people like kanchong, you know, like, hey, where is this temple going? So they care. There are people who go to cafe and all come, 𝑠𝒐𝒂𝒔. Okay, we are quite well known. All of us here have done so much to really anchor the presence here. And our mission is so important because it continues to inspire others. Huh? So right here you can see what are we building. So this mission needs an anchor. This building is the anchor, right? Now, you have a mission, then you don't know where to go, where. So here is where. Okay, you need to anchor the mission. The structure is designed to inspire liberation. You know, like I told them this morning, if you go to if you feel very tired, then you go to temple, then you see the temple, you go, like relief, right? So we pray that this building continue by sight, inspire many for liberation, and a home to preserve Dharma. Dharma will not stop from children, youth to adult, and we need to improve the structural condition of this temple. You don't see only rain, then Anila, they're all very busy here leaking, there leaking, and then the building, the pillar here is all going to be very old. We are holding the the temple with very old structure. So what will happen when you complete the renovation? The aspiration is you'll see all these wall here hacked down, end to end there. All this wall and pillar here hacked down all the way to Rinpoche's office will be opened up as space. Then up here on the level 2, we will level up and you'll be opened up as space. Relic hall will move up to level 2 here. Then you see this ceiling here? If you look up, it's going to be very, very high, very tall. Then you imagine a sun roof coming through with blessings, okay? So the whole thing is going to go up and have space on my right and my left, and everything is going to spread out to the back. So this is how we are creating, hoping to create a little bit more space in our activities. So for our volunteers, for our devotees, and then, you know, space for people to practice, have peace and solace, and children come around. I hope Sundays we can arrange a bit more space for people, okay? And of course, everything included, remembering our loved ones, is the relic hall. So all in all, this is how we aspire to inspire others through our self-evolvement, evolution. You're coming to reinvent yourself. This morning we Sifu say about ancestors. You know, we are our ancestors' continuation. So I told everybody, you're going to be people's ancestor very soon. Okay, so we are going to be people's ancestor. So what are you leaving for the young people? What are you giving them, leaving behind for them? It's yourself lah. You have to start to think compassion, wisdom is the ground for all leaders and supporters, right? Then the society can be a better place. So we hope to create this generation through generation, not only in Singapore, in BT Lane, internationally. Rinpoche wants this whole space to be inspiring for all. Okay, so next one. All right, so here you can tell why our timeless gifts is for the future, because we take care of the youth, the children. We make Dharma activities relevant, applicable to today, and we even serve humanity and beyond, animals and all. You know we do all that, right? So these are all putting what we say in action, and it will continue, okay? It will continue, and very, very happy faces lah. So the Dharma teachers are here, the youth leaders are here, all my seniors and people are here too. So thank you all very much. But let's continue the journey, okay? And the next one. Okay, so what can I do to contribute? I mean, this statement here is for you all to read one. What can I contribute? So not me as you read, huh? So then my role. We ask you to be our ambassador, help to spread the news and the love, and follow our journey. This QR code you see here will bring you to the temple expansion page in our website. There you'll find information. We'll keep you informed how we evolve. And if you would like to make a contribution, a donation, very, very welcome. All right? And any amount is welcome. If you feel that, hey, let me say a prayer too for the success of the project, thank you very, very much. We also need a lot of that. And how much do we need? We need about 10 million to get everything done. We need to raise about 7 million before we can start. No 7 million cannot move out of temple. And we are not allowed to, I mean, by charity regulations, we can only do that through generating donations. All right? So you will find pamphlets given out to you. Later, the Atisha card will also have the QR code to bring you to the temple website, expansion website. And if everyone feel like, hey, I want to be the pillar of this temple, the pillar, okay? Come and look for me, look for Ethan, because there is offering opportunities for multiple pillars in the whole structure. So you can be the pillar, and generations through generations of your family and loved ones get all the merits, even when we are not around anymore, okay? So we will share with you one-on-one and explain what is that, okay? So this is how we can contribute. Now, this is the fun one coming up. we are going to have Teaching Chuling Celebrate Togetherness. Okay, this is going to happen on 8th of October at 7:30 p.m. It's a mid-autumn homecoming dinner, bringing all of us together, have fun and laughter, and then we celebrate the journey of expanding with a mission. So I want to clarify, it's not a fundraising dinner. It's a dinner to bring everybody coming together. The fundraising is the by the way. The most important is we all come together. People will ask me, one table how much? I want to see how much. Not selling. We are inviting folks and we welcome general donation, any amount, 随意乐捐. Okay, we just want all of us to be connected again. The only thing is, space is limited. Sorry, I wish we could have that stadium. So it's going to be at 福清会馆. And please look out for information and announcement. Very soon, you will know how to register. And yeah, I look forward to seeing all of you on the 8th, okay? So this is all I have to share. Today is the start where we all can give everyone a timeless gift. So to all my seniors who move with us from BT Lane to here one more round, we have to go and make this place really, really for the next generations. Bukit Timah, yes. Bukit Timah to here, you should see us, man. We were young. Anila, we were very young. Yeah. So thank you so much. Here's our timeless gift for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Joanne, for sharing. And since today is a Buddha Joyful Day, right? So let's say hi to the person next to you. Let's be joyful and say hello to the person next to you. Hi. All right, so we have a joyful heart. Let's rise to recite the 7 line prayers to invite Rinpoche to be here. For those need to refer, is page 12 on the text. Om Yogi no Chasan Pema Kisa Dombola Yasin Chugi no June Pema June Se Sudra Kodo Kandro Mamoko Kigi Jesun Tadrugi Jingi Lapte Suso Guru Pema Siddhi Ho. Let's prostrate 3 times. Thank you. Okay, let's offer a long mandala offering. You can turn to page 17, the prayer text. Om Ahong, Om Ahong, Om Ahong. Om Vajragram Ahong. Here's the mighty and powerful base of gold. Om Vajragram Ahong. The outer ring is a circle with this iron fence. In the center, the king of mountains, Mount Meru. In the east, the continent, Bhuva-videha. In the south, Jambudvipa. In the west, Aparagodaniya. In the north, Uttarakuru. Around the east, the subcontinents, Deha and Videha. Around the south is Chamara and Upper Chamara. Around the west is Satara and Uttaramatrin. Around the north is the subcontinents Kaurava and Kaurava. In the east is the treasure mountain. In the south is the wish-granting tree. In the west is the wish-granting cow. In the north is the harvest that needs no cultivation. Here's the precious wheel, here's the precious jewel, here's the precious queen, here's the precious minister, here's the precious elephant, here's the precious and best of horses, here's the precious general, here's the great treasure vase. Here's the goddess of beauty, here's the goddess of garlands, here's the goddess of song, here's the goddess of dance, here's the goddess of flowers, here's the goddess of incense, here's the goddess of light, here's the goddess of perfume, here's the sun, here's the moon, here's the umbrella of all the expressions, here's the banner of victory in all directions. In the center are all the possessions precious to gods and men. This magnificent collection, lacking in nothing, I offer to you, my kind and holy root Lama, together with you, venerable lineage Lamas, and to you, Lama, compassionate Lama Lozang Towan Doje Chang. Together with the assembly of gods, I offer this pure and beautiful collection to you. In your compassion, accept what I offer for the sake of all beings. Having accepted this to myself and to all beings, please grant your blessings through your great compassion. This ground anointed with perfume, strewn with flowers, and down with Mount Meru, 4 continents, sun and moon, I offer in visualizations as filled Buddhas. May all sentient beings thus enjoy this pure land. The objects of my attachment, anger and ignorance, my body, my wealth and enjoyments, without any sense of loss I offer this collection. Please accept it with pleasure and bless me with freedom from the 3 poisons. Venerable holy gurus, in the space of your truth body, from billowing clouds of your wisdom and love, let fall the rain of the profound and extensive Dharma in whatever form is suitable for subduing sentient beings. Om Idam Guru Radhamantala Niyatayami. Precious Guru, please grant me all realizations of the path, from Guru devotion to the completion of the training, unified Vajra state. Please grant me blessings that my mind will become Dharma, that Dharma will become the path, that the hindrances in the path may not occur, that I may cease all wrong conceptions and receive immediately the 2 precious bodhicittas. Let's greet Rinpoche. Good evening, Rinpoche.
Good evening. So there are some topics over here. So questions. Number 1 being, how does merit dedication work? How does it allow the intended recipient to receive the benefit when they don't even believe and they are not physically involved in these activities? When I make a light offering on the behalf of a friend who is non-Buddhist, well, likewise, when we rejoice in others' good deeds or when we receive blessings from other high lamas, sanghas, how do we benefit from all this? How does merit dedication work? How it allows the intended recipient to receive these benefits even when they don't even believe and not physically involved in these activities? Now first, I will use 2 examples to answer this. The first is the part where we talk about you want to know how merit dedication work. Now, it is not easy to explain how merit dedication works because the power of the Buddhas is beyond ordinary beings' capability to understand, much less to realize. The Buddha, as in Shakyamuni Buddha or all enlightened beings, like gurus, my gurus, how I see my gurus, we talk about their activities have 3 three parts, or three sections, or three manifestation or phenomena. The first one is the obvious phenomena. What is obvious is what you see is what you get. Someone give you a piece of cake, you eat the cake, you get the cake, you eat the cake, you enjoy the cake, then that's it. It's obvious. Right? So this is the first part. This is something that is very obvious. It's not pretty obvious. It's very obvious. The first part. So the second one is known as the hidden phenomena. To understand this, hidden phenomena makes use of our experience to cultivate and to understand this aspect of Buddha's activities. Okay, so there are hidden phenomena. For example, you understand hidden phenomena as this: you smell smoke, you know there's fire. Right? You don't see the fire, but you smell smoke, you know there's fire. Somewhere there's a fire. Big fire, small fire, but you can smell fire. Even if it's burning incense, you know there's a fire. So this is the hidden phenomena. The third phenomena is the extremely hidden phenomena. Okay, so the extremely hidden phenomena should be understood as your current existence. So are you alive? Are you alive now? Right? You are alive and well now, isn't it? Right? You can eat, sleep, and move, and you are existing. You are here and now. But let me ask you a question then. Can you tell me your birthday and the time you were born? Can you tell me the birthday and the time you were born? Without your birth cert and your mother or your father or your grandmother or your grandfather or uncle or auntie who was there to witness your birth. Without, you don't know. Isn't it? Somebody has to be there to deliver you, your mother, together, the doctor or the midwife, and then after that, it's recorded. So, but you cannot be exactly sure, isn't it? Right? During that time, maybe the clock is fast 1-2 minutes, slow 1-2 minutes, 5 minutes, how many seconds, and everything. You cannot be exactly sure. 1-2 minutes can make very big difference, whether you are born in the last day of the year or 1st of January. Isn't it? Right? You say 1-2 minutes, 1-2 minutes ma. Okay, it's either you are born in the last day of the year, the very last second, or you're the first baby of the year. Then at that time, suddenly, it becomes a very big thing. Right? So this extremely hidden phenomena, like this you see, you know you exist, but you don't know your birthday. You don't know exact moment, the time, and the time of your birth, time and date of your birth. By yourself, you don't know. We're totally reliant on somebody, but you are existing. So therefore, there is, right? There is. You are existing. So therefore, there is the fact, and therefore you exist, and you are here now. So definitely, birth must have taken place. But when, don't know, extremely hidden. But there's a result. So similarly over here it says, how does the intended recipient receive the benefit when they don't even believe? Then it's like this: I don't believe I'm born on this day, I don't believe I'm born on this month, I don't believe I'm born on this year. Right? Like people of our grandparents' generation, most of the time you ask them, when were you born? Somewhere around Deepavali, right? I know some relatives, they say, when were you born? Don't know. So every year Deepavali is the birthday. Right? Because don't know. Totally zero. Not sure. No, nobody knows. But you cannot say, I don't celebrate, let's not celebrate your birthday, but because you don't know, right? No, the whole purpose of celebrating birthday means this person is precious. This person means something to you. So then we celebrate this person's birthday. So now, the other one, the other way to explain, the intended person, how it allows the intended person to benefit even if they don't believe. You don't believe there's such a thing called sonar, and don't believe there's such a thing called Wi-Fi or nuclear or atomic bomb, but it exists. Right? In fact, the truth is, till now I don't understand how you can charge a mobile phone without wires. You just put there and then it can work. Because I don't understand. So because I don't understand, can I say I don't believe? Can I say, you know, it's a scary thing 100 over years ago, maybe I think 150 years ago or something like that, at that time, if somebody say or proclaim, I press a button, nighttime become daytime, you'll be burned alive, you know. Right? Or I can hold something and I can talk to anybody around the world. Like now, you have smartphone. You can dial anybody, you don't have to pay extra. Not like 30 over years ago, I was in Nepal. To make one phone call back home, 1 minute was $1 1 minute was $1. Yeah. I remember calling home to ask, how was my O-level results? I wish I didn't make the phone call. And that was the fact. I wish I didn't make the phone call. Yeah. So, right? These are some of the things that leave a deep imprint in my mind. Like, if I don't believe in something, does it mean it doesn't exist? Okay? Wi-Fi. When Wi-Fi started, I didn't know what Wi-Fi meant, you know. It took me quite a few years before, you know, my friend was telling me, oh, Wi-Fi means you got this thing. I think you know my dead friend, some of you know, Julian, right? Yeah, he was the one that first tried to explain to me what Wi-Fi was. It took him quite a few months lah. Because I just, frankly speaking, just don't understand, because I'm trying to understand how does this thing work, right? I have a very special father. My father was very special, so special that it was too special for me to understand what he was trying to teach me. Like I asked him how to do my homework. My father was teaching me who came up with the mathematical formula and how the formula came about. Like why 1 + 1 = 2. Because you cannot just say 1 + 1 = 2. There must be a reason why 1 + 1 = 2. But I was in primary school, so it's some sort of like fried my brain cells, right? So, yeah, those of you who know me know I cannot count, right? The only thing I can count is count finger, count toes, maybe count the price of things to buy and eat, and that's about it. Right? I also don't account too much lah. Okay. So, how does the intended recipient? You don't believe in instant noodles? Does it mean you cannot eat instant noodles? You cannot be full? You cannot have satisfaction from eating instant noodles? Things like that. You see. But there's a true story. There's a true story during the time of Buddha, that there was an abbot, there was a monk who was going back to the monastery, but there was a thunderstorm approaching. So this monk saw a house and so went to seek shelter, right? And so he went to seek shelter, and sort of like the gatekeeper told him, say, you cannot come in. And he said, why? Because my boss doesn't like Buddhist. My boss doesn't like Buddhist, so you cannot come in. So the monk said, please just let me stand here to get a protection, shelter from the rain. And then but then the gatekeeper asked him to leave. Say no, because I probably will lose my job. So the monk didn't want to make anything difficult, and so he left. Okay, some years later, there was this very wealthy merchant together with his wife. Okay, went to the monastery to pray. So from there, the merchant was shocked to see the name, his name written somewhere in on a piece of wood, okay, with a light over there. Because before the monk left the house, he asked the gatekeeper, what's the name of your boss? So he went back, he wrote the name on a piece of wood in the monastery hall, and then with a light there. So the merchant, the wealthy merchant was shocked, and then he said, how come, who did this? And then they said, it's the abbot, right? And they asked the monk, why did he do this? He didn't say that that was his name. And then the monk was said, oh, the abbot said that, he was in such and such a situation where he asked, and then he was turned away, and then he asked the gatekeeper, and the gatekeeper said, the name of my boss is such and such, so and so. And so he came back. He didn't harbor any ill will, any bad thoughts, but instead repaid repaid the difficult time with kindness and blessing and dedication, and made that, that boss later, at that time the boss didn't like Buddhists, right? Later on married a Buddhist wife, and the wife tamed the husband. Okay, so all the guys, make sure you marry a Buddhist wife. You will get tamed. Okay, but nonetheless, what it says here is, it will take time. We don't need to say, oh, definitely now must this or that. But most important is, it will work. It will take time. The light of wisdom, okay, will shine away the darkness of fear and ignorance. So that is something that is important for each and every one of us to understand. So when you make a light offering on behalf of a friend who is non-Buddhist, it doesn't matter, because we make light offering, we dedicate to all sentient beings. So all sentient beings, including the cockroach and the earthworm and the ants, you also make the offering and you dedicate to them. So whether there's no such thing as a Buddhist ant or non-Buddhist ant, so like that. So likewise, when we rejoice in others' good deeds, or when we receive blessings from high lamas and sangha, how did we benefit from all this? When you rejoice in other people's good deeds, it means you are beginning to have the attitude of gratitude. if you don't have gratitude in your heart, you cannot rejoice, what will happen is, if you don't have gratitude, you will only have, many people say, oh, you only have unhappiness, you only have this, you only have that, and this and that. But actually, goes deep inside, is not the form of unhappiness, not the manifestation of unhappiness, not the manifestation of this and that. But when you cannot, when each and every one of us find it very difficult to rejoice, this shows we actually is suffering from low self-esteem. A low self-esteem comes from, does not mean that the person who is rich and famous or powerful or whatever does not have low self-esteem. Sometimes the very reason this person can become rich or become famous or can become successful is because he or she has low self-esteem. It can be a manifestation of because I am not enough or I am never enough, and so therefore I'm here to prove the whole world wrong. Okay? It may seem that, oh, everything is very good and this and that. And sometimes, so therefore, if we look at people who stay in the countryside, in Malaysia, staying in a kampong or whatever, they have a nice, simple house, and then they have enough food to eat. They have nice land, and the animals around them. They have everything, whatever they need, they have. Versus here, you can have everything you want, but there's so much fear of losing everything that they have, and there's so much fear. There is so much pressure to maintain whatever they have collected. And here is something that we want to look at. Do we have the pressure to maintain what we have collected? Okay? So, when you say you rejoice, what is the benefit from rejoicing? The benefit from rejoicing is you actually start to feel happy for people. And even if you didn't get, but you feel happy for people, what happens inside out is that, you start to come to terms with yourself, to understand what is called karma. Because not everybody can have what you have, and not everybody can have what other people have. If other people have, you don't have, because you just don't have the karma. Right? It can be in the form of, even in the Vajrayana world, right? It can be in the form, some people are suited to practice this, some people are suited to practice that. Because not everybody is suited to practice everything. Not everybody is. Some people, if the guru is suitable to teach them something like this, and if they practice what the guru asked them to practice, then you will really very quickly get the blessings and get the results. The fruition is there very quickly. It's like trying to grow durian in Nepal, no? Can you grow durian tree in Nepal? Can? I want to tell you, there is one monk who is attempting to grow 2 durian trees in Nepal. Okay? Yeah. Even there's one monk, one Keshi, last night ate durian with me. Then he say, last time he brought durian seed back to Nepal, he thought like like the other seeds, he had to sun dry the seeds. Then after that he went to grow them. Then after that the seed rotted. So he said, oh, unfortunate. Last night I ate durian with this Keshi. So this Geshe this time say, now I know durian seed cannot dry. So he ate the durian, washed the seed, wrapped in tissue paper, that I said, you wrap in tissue paper, no use. You must put some little bit water, no, not the thing will dry up, right? Put in plastic bag, keep some moisture inside, then maybe it will germinate, then you grow. He said, definitely can. So now I want to witness his miracle. Maybe the tree will grow. I just hope. Of course, I seriously hope, the durian can fruit, right? Maybe can fruit lah, cannot eat. Right? I told him, I said, durian is a tropical fruit. You know what is tropical? Nepal has 4 seasons. Tropical is not 4 seasons. 4 seasons is not tropical. You know? He said, want to try. I said, okay, good. There's no harm trying, right? So, try lah. Okay? Yeah. So this is the part of rejoicing. Okay, this is the part of rejoicing. So how do we benefit? So I answered this. So when we receive blessings from Lamas and Sanghas, high Lamas, Sangha, how do we benefit from that? So this should be under the next question. Should we go around everywhere we can access to get all the blessings we can know of? Different people have very different mental capabilities. If you are of a great capability, you can go to many different places, receive teachings and empowerments from different gurus, okay, different lamas, because you start to see these lamas as a different dimensional aspect of Vajradhara. So if you can see that and if you can do that, like for example, there are some people who have gurus from Nyingma, Sakya, Kagyu, Gelug, right? And they can do that, is absolutely fantastic, right? Then there's a true spirit that we are all disciples of Buddha, and we are doing this as a cultivation to have a huge store of merit and wisdom and understanding the terms, the terminology, and the expression of the truth through the duality of speech. Okay? Through the duality of speech. Because there's 2 aspects. One, why I say duality, one is talking and one is by keeping quiet. Right? But if you can get blessings everywhere, okay, so one part is, if you are of that level, go. The other part is the Singapore national religion. Singapore have one national religion that unites everybody. It's called Kiasuism. Right? There's one God, If there's a God, there's a Kiasu God, right? It's a Kiasuism, right? Okay? Everybody, the moment they are born here, takes refuge in that God, Kiasuism. Right? The God called Kiasu. Right? Translate as fear of losing. FOMO lah, basically, now called FOMO, right? Fear of missing out. So if you have an attitude of fear of missing out, everywhere you go, you ask for blessings. It is really your manifested form of, your own manifested form of insecurity. It's like, if you have insurance, you got insurance, right? That there are people who buy insurance from all companies. A little bit ridiculous, right? If you are not well, see experienced doctor that you know is okay. But if the truth about our situation is, when somebody is not well, everybody shows they care. Everybody shows they care through their tough love. You must listen to me, do this. You must listen to me, do that. And then after that, the sick person get mind sick, you know. Body sick and mind sick. Body already sick, mind even more sick. If I don't listen to this person, wait that person angry, or wait that person petty, or wait that person say, because I'm your this and this, you must listen to me, and therefore if I don't do or don't see the doctor that I recommend, means you don't love me, don't respect me, don't listen to me, then it become mind sick. So when we say Buddha is a true democratic leader, what does it mean is, Buddha recommend you to do this, you want to do or not, it's between you and your own karma. Similarly, there are many people who say, oh, okay, I want to take all the initiations, but I don't want to do all the, I break all my commitments. That's between you and Dhamma Raja. Okay? Yeah. Many people like to ask me, can I attend but I never do this? Can I attend but I never do that? It's up to you, it's your choice. It's you, between you, your heart, and the Dhamma protector. Nothing to do with me. Right? Nothing to do with me. Right? I have my recommendations. If you didn't do this, better don't come. Right? Yeah. I got recommendations. Okay? So should you go around to get blessings everywhere? The third question here says, is blessing alone enough for ourselves to be protected and be successful in our life? So the first thing is, what is the meaning of blessing? Right? It's very easy to use the word blessing. But what the heavens is blessing? I'm choosing the word heavens because most people will say, what the hell is blessing, right? So I have to try to be good and try to turn it around to say, what is the meaning of blessing? So I say, what the heavens is blessing. Okay? Blessing. You know, you do pujas and sometimes they got this term called jingi lap tu so. Right? Yeah. Short form called chin lap. But blessing, what really means, you know? Blessing, I use as another way to explain to you. When you have not enough blessings, what happens to you? Whatever you want to do, you're going to have a lot of obstacle, right? 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 You're going to have you have no support, right? And then when you want something to happen, but you got not enough merit and blessing, what happened? You say, 师父 say one. Right? The easiest thing to say, Rinpoche say one, better do, must do. Everybody say, Rinpoche say one, faster do. Actually, no, I say one. I didn't say. You understand? But, you know, you say Rinpoche say one. Next time you must ask, which Rinpoche? When he say? I think better. You should ask back. Which Rinpoche, right? When he say? What context he say? What is the context is very important, you know? Right? What is the context? Very important. Most of us, you know, we just say, oh, here Rinpoche say, then after that, you know, as the saying goes, chua sai, right? Yeah. Then quickly just do. Right? So you know, when you don't have enough blessings, things don't become smooth. But that is a very lousy way of explaining blessing, I want to say. But the true meaning of blessing, what it means is, we ourselves maybe don't have the merit to understand something. And when we say, you know, I always say this, and I'm going to say it again. It does not mean that just studying the Dhamma, picking up the Dhamma text and reciting it, then it means you can become enlightened. If you just read and study and recite and just pray, but you don't make any offerings, you don't have the merit, the physical merit to be able to develop it into wisdom. We need merit to become wisdom, for things to become wisdom. So it's like you need to eat and drink and sleep so that whatever you study can be digested. Whatever you study. You need food, you need water, you also need to sleep. You also need to meditate, and then whatever you study takes some time to digest and grow to become part of to grow into your personality. This is a very important aspect I want to say, is grow into your personality. So when he said blessing, here blessing really means when you listen to a sincere advice, when you listen, when you hear the advice or you hear the teaching, right, that is specifically given, and we are able to put it like the missing piece of jigsaw puzzle within ourselves, and click, and then we can suddenly see the bigger picture other than our own self. And then our mind and our character will have more space to grow. Our personality and our mind will start to grow. Here, blessing really means hearing something that our mind becomes willing to expand and not stick to the old past self. And it is very easy for us, and it's very easy, right, for us to go back to our childhood personality. What is our childhood personality is when whatever we suffer as children, whatever we are sulky, or we are upset, or we are angry with our parents, or this and that, if we don't face it and we don't heal it, it will become the cave for us to run back and to become that personality again whenever we feel we are not satisfied. Whenever we feel we are not satisfied. And this is a reality. So you will see, everybody is the same. Whoever, whatever, even whatever job, or even you come to temple, you volunteer or whatever, you know, if you don't get what you feel is the respect you demand, or the recognition that you wanted or demanded, what happens? To become the little child that you were again. You will sulk, you will fret, you will get angry, you will scold, you behave like what you used to do when you are young. Because doing that would probably, especially if you did that as a child and you got whatever you wanted. So if you behave badly as a child and you got whatever you wanted, that would be the way to go throughout your life until you meet with the person who would bring out the very worst of you. The person who brings out the very worst of you can only be two persons. One is the person who is closest to you. May it be your father, your mother, your brother, your sister, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife, whoever. Okay? And so that is, they do many things that trigger you, and then you become that childhood personality. The other one is your guru. Your guru would usually like to create some things for you to let you know this is where you are at, so that you know where you can start to take the next step. Okay? So, when we say, Guru, please bless me to be able to become like you. Please bless me to be able to do this. Okay? Right? Tibetan prayer always has this Chingi Lap Tu So, Chingi Lap Tu So, Chingi Lap Tu So. What does it really mean? It means please bless me to become like, to become awakened. So what the freak is this awakening, This awakening here really means you out-freak yourself, because we are a freak ourselves. We are a freak ourselves. We are bullies. We like to bully people. We are we have tyranny in us, right? If things don't go according to our way, then we terrorize other people, scold other people, bully other people, whatever, right? So, all of us have this aspect. All of us. Okay? And so, when we recognize that point, you say, oh, when people behave in this and that, it's because they are very hurt themselves. They have been shown this way when they were young. They have been shown this way when they were young. Right? That's why you see. The truth is, we cannot learn the knowledge of our parents and our grandparents. But we learn their everything else. Right? Our parents and grandparents may not be very knowledgeable or this and that, so what do they do? They send us to school. Let school teach us everything. But what do we learn? We learn by seeing, hearing, tasting. That's why till now, today I ate one curry puff. The moment I put this curry puff in my mouth, because I'm trying to control myself, I almost ate the whole curry puff. Right? It was so good. I think it's one of the best curry puff I've eaten in a long while. So, because the moment I bit into this curry puff, immediately it reminded me of my teacher who taught me how to make curry puff. Right? So, there was this, what? Where? I tell you, this kind of thing, you want to eat, you tell me. I go buy, I sell you. Right? So this curry puff was so good because, and then I was saying to, there were two more person eating with me. Really like the eyes looking at me, Take one more bite. Take one more bite. Try to eat some more. Some more. Some more. Some more. Some more. Yeah. In the end, I was frightened. I didn't dare to eat the whole curry puff. I could only manage to eat half. One more bite, the other half gone. Okay, so what happened was, I tasted this curry puff and it reminded me of my teacher. Right? So immediately it bring back to me, see, and say, oh, this taste brought back a memory. So even though form is emptiness and emptiness is form, right? Even though it's empty, but it brought back a certain memory. Made me think of my teacher, how he used to look like at that moment he was teaching me how to make curry puff. Right? And then I said, oh, but my teacher, by now he might be, maybe he's dead, because he was already 50 over, he told me he was already 50 over years old. At the time I was 17 years old. I asked him, and he said, oh, I'm 50 over years old lah. Right? So I thought, oh, maybe by now, either he is very old or maybe passed away. Then then they said, oh, this is a Michelin star curry puff, second generation. Right? Michelin star, second generation curry puff. Then, so in my mind, in the experience is that, oh, maybe it's his family. Maybe it's his family. He taught this to the family and they're selling this. But what I'm saying is this, what I'm trying to say is, we learn from seeing, hearing, tasting, smelling, feeling. This will bring back memory more than what we were forced to learn in school, isn't it? Can you remember what is sine, cosine, algebra and all that? Oh, you know what they are to me? They are like macaroni. Right? Yeah. Some people definitely learn something, right? So some, like me, I think I'm a real miracle case, you know. My teacher said that you stay back after school. I try to figure something out with you. Yeah. And because of him, yeah, I passed. Oh, I didn't even pass. I believe I did quite well, you know. Yeah. From F9, you know, I was very good, you know. I had the highest score, 9 to somehow after I studied him, I joked with him, say I didn't do well, I only got 4. I used to get 9, you know. Yeah. So my teacher just pretended to strangle me, right? So this is the thing, is we learn from our karmic connection. We learn from the first few years through experience, through feeling, through hearing, through seeing, through smelling, through everything. Right? So when we say about is you know, about all this blessing or success or this and that, the blessing must be the blessing. When it really means blessing, it means blessing must be there to bring us back to where we left off and make us want to continue to grow from there. That is blessing. To grow. Because the moment we stop growing, we start dying. And most of us, we died. For most people, we died. They don't even want to attend Dharma teaching. They don't even want to do something for themselves. Sometimes doing something for ourselves is just to stop eating. Sometimes doing something for ourselves is to choose to eat what we can. Right? Sometimes it's breaking the habit of not liking to read. Right? As I was looking at some mantras, and so what I realized was there are different variations of the mantra. So that's why I wanted to check from this tradition, this variation, and this and that. So they had this one, and they had that one. So which one is the real one? Which one is the accurate one? Right? So that's why we have to check. We have to check because we have to put in the effort to check ourselves, check our practice, and see whether did it make us to become a more Buddha nature personality, or become a more terrible personality. Yeah, I used to joke, you know. I joked the other time. I said, practicing Buddha Dharma, even if you have a real guru, but if you don't have a real honest attitude with ourselves, we can study Buddhism, okay? And then the result is either we become more bastard or we become more Buddha. Okay? Some people just they study Buddhism and then go around, you know, policing everybody else. Right? But what is the Buddha's manifestation? What is the nature of Buddha? Like I said, if you squeeze orange, you get orange juice. So if you squeeze Buddha, you get Buddha juice. And what is the Buddha's manifestation? You squeeze, you only get love, compassion, loving kindness, and wisdom. Okay? And not self-righteousness, correctedness, self-righteousness, high morals. Not like this. Not like this. Okay? So the third question here is blessing alone enough for ourselves to be protected and be successful in our life? With the explanation of what blessing is blessing alone enough? No, blessing alone is not enough, because on your side you need to not just study, but to internalize what you studied. At the same time, we need to accumulate merit. At the same time, we need to face our own, we have to be brutally honest with ourselves. And so it's really not, Buddhism is really not for everybody. It's so much easier to follow the Supreme One that had plans for us all, and just pray, and He will make sure that everything is going to be okay. It's so much easier. That's why I said Buddhism is for those who are stubborn, who are naughty, who have a hard neck, okay, who refuse to back down. Buddhism is for people like this, okay, who dare to talk back to their parents, okay, like that. If you have these things, right, and then you will know, why don't we talk back to ourselves? Why do we, when you meditate, when we meditate and we talk back by asking ourselves, what makes us think that this is what we think is right or wrong? What if it was from another dimension of viewpoint? Okay? So, is blessing enough? No. Okay? To be protected. Real protection, it means mantra. Why in Vajrayana Buddhism, or in Buddhism, they say recite a lot of mantras or recite the name of Buddha? Mantra means, practice of reciting mantra means mind protection. What is mind protection? Mind protection means protecting the natural purity, natural space-like vastness of our mind. Not to and so when we say natural space-like vastness of our mind, it does not mean that we walk around with a huge plastic bag around our body, our mind, and that we cannot mix around with other people. What we really mean is, when you keep our mind, when we give ourselves and our mind a time to have a quiet time and reflection and feeling, it starts to, like muddy water. You let it sink, let it sit, it will, all the dirt, the silt, the sand, the stone, everything will start to settle down. And the mind itself, no matter how polluted it has been, can be settled and can be purified. Protection here means not the matter of understanding, like, of course many people like to say, oh, it means to protect from harm, protect from pollution, protect from this and that, but to protect the mind from losing compassion, protect the mind from losing love, protect the mind from losing the belief that we are all future Buddhas. We are all Buddhas, but still wearing rags. Okay? Like that. This mind protection is so unbelievable in terms of this is that, it's not to protect my mind from others, but to protect my mind from losing faith in each other. You understand what I mean? And you will notice that the more you will see, very common, very rich, very successful, very this, very that, everything when there is so much fear. Where is that fear? That fear comes from the 8 worldly concerns. Okay? The 8 worldly concerns. So this is where we should train our mind to recognize. Right? We don't need to train our minds to see, because our minds can see, but we may not recognize things. So we recognize that the purpose of reciting mantra and reciting name of Buddha, or recite, because most of the time when we are not doing anything meaningful, what happens is that our mouth is either eating or gossiping, or we're just sitting there stoning. Right? We are not meditating, but we are stoning. Many people tell me, say, I can meditate very well. I say, okay, thank you. I ask them to, let's meditate together, so I can learn something from you. Some really meditate very well, really. Some really stone very well. Yeah. Some really became an attachment to meditation. But some really, through meditation, saw the nature of their own mind and phenomena. So there's no right or wrong. The external appearance is just sitting there, closing your eyes and sitting still and not moving. It's the same but different. Okay? This one same different. Okay? So we must understand this point. Okay? Next question here, it says, how to live and die well? Live well, every day live, and every day when you sleep, can you sleep with a smile in your heart? For me, difficult, because every night before I sleep, I'm thinking of dosai, and it said, nobody brings me out to eat, and I'm always working and always going here, going there, doing this, doing that, but other people go to other centers, everybody bring them out, or foreign Sangha comes and everybody brings them out, and this shit job Lama, nobody brings me out. Yeah, it's really funny if I think this way, isn't it? Yeah. So I always joke, oh, you bring them out, never bring me. Yeah. But how to live and die well? I guess sometimes with age, honestly, I think I start to put one foot into the coffin already. Why? Because I start to reminisce the past, Oh, when you start to reminisce, it means right? Right. So I start to reminisce the past. And then, honestly, do we all have a happy life? No. Did we suffer in our life? Yes. But can you look back your life and smile? Have more smiles than more tears? You have lived well. Yeah. You didn't regret that you went to Chiong, right? You went to you went all out for it, right? Yeah, you have no regrets, right? You went all out for it because you believed in it, and even if you may fail, you still can smile, right? Yeah, even if you fail, still can smile. Yeah, personally, they should live well. Now, how to die well is a totally different story. Living well, easy to say. Dying well, let me tell you how to die well. Okay? You have to practice dying well every night. Everything needs to be practiced, even dying. Everything needs to be practiced, even dying. So before you sleep, every night, you have to tell yourself, oh, did I make plans for tomorrow? What if I didn't wake up? Any regrets? Okay? I shared something, you know. People who died this morning made plans for today. Right? No, it's a fact because how to die well? Ordinarily, to die well is to have whether you have any regrets or not. But as a practitioner, even if Theravada practitioner, have we fulfilled the sincere wish to be out of the cycle of birth and death? Can we dissolve ourselves and arise as our idam? Do we still have any confusion? Morning I practice Tara, afternoon I practice medicine Buddha, night time I practice Yamantaka. When the time to die, who am I? Which one to do? Okay? Right. Yes, boss. So, do we have our journey to the next life ready? Are we ready for our next life at any moment? That is dying well. I have shared with the youths many years ago 2 words that I have for all the youths during that time. I remember that time Adam was still a youth. Now he is called a Lao youth. I remember I spoke about this in East Coast Park because at that time Adam's mother was very reluctant to let him grow up. Adam was still her baby boy. So I talked a little bit with his mom. At the time then, of course, Adam's mom was very worried about Adam, why he, something wrong with my son or not, why he so like to come to temple. Because he started coming to temple since he was 13 years old. How young are you now? 32. Wow. Almost 19 years. So all this time, I remember very clearly at that time, I gave my sincere, heartfelt sharing to all the youths in life and in death. I think they forgot the death part. In life and in death, I have only 2 words for you. Be prepared. In life, be prepared for change. In death, be prepared for next life. That is my honest word. We should always be prepared. Because anything can happen at any time. Anything can really happen at any time. Yesterday I saw a clip somebody sent me on Facebook. It's about people walking these days and holding the mobile phone, you know, walking with the mobile phone. Then I said to people there, I said, "Oh, this is so scary." They said, "What?" They say, "Oh yeah, everybody's doing this." I say, "Yeah, even me, even I'm also like this." When somebody asks something, then you just reply, or you just talk, or you just see something, you know. I said, this is really testing the limit of our karma. And then they said, "Why do I say that?" I said, "You know, right now," of course I asked them, how do they see? They say, "Oh, you know, standard answer, don't look at the phone when you're crossing the road, don't look at the phone when you're walking," and all this kind of standard answer, right? You want to know what is my viewpoint? Yeah, shall I share with you? Okay. I saw something very different. Is that even if it is not your fault, somebody holding the phone may crash into you, and then your life is gone. So this really called karmic creditor, you know. It may not be you. You may be just doing your right thing, our so-called right thing, doing the right thing. Somebody else not in control of the situation may cause harm, and then we may die. Right? I ever saw in China, this person was just standing at the roadside. From the other side there was an accident, and then the tire flew off, and then the tire flew from behind, hit him on the head, and he died on the spot. From the other side of the road. He was just standing there, not so near the roadside on the curb. Right? But the CCTV just saw very clearly from the back, hit him on the back of the head, and he fell flat down and he died. So, how to die well? For me personally, I always try to view the interdependence of phenomena in everything that I'm experiencing. Not to see things in a bad light, but not to see things in a good light, but understand that everything is interdependent. This is how I train to see. This is how I train to live. And on my own self, I try to keep my mind free from this gang compose 4 words, you know, 乱七八糟 thoughts, you know, this nonsensical thoughts, right? When we walk, in that sense, you know, when you walk, when you're hungry, eat, when you're tired, sleep, when you're thirsty, drink, but just be aware of what I'm drinking, just experience that everything that I'm doing. This is personally what I practice to do, or I am practicing, so that there may be actual awareness. Is it easy? No, it's not. No, it's not. It can be even to the point of, what is the experience of the rice that I'm eating? Okay, am I eating jasmine rice, or am I eating, or what kind of rice? Is this Indian rice, basmati rice, what kind of rice? Like this, slowly to have awareness of, the fruits, awareness of the smells, awareness of the taste, awareness of the presence that we are in. So this is how I practice, and I wish we all can practice the same. Okay, so this is my what I have to say for tonight. Yeah. Any other questions?
Yeah, Rinpoche, there's a question online. So someone asked, is having a marriage and having a physical relationship with a partner okay, or can it be leading to attachment to lust?
There's no such thing as okay or not okay. Your marriage, your physical relationships, if you want to say lust, you are born out of lust of your parents. Something, when it is created, is we are the time capsule of our parents' union. So this time capsule where the consciousness and the energy is locked there, it is something that is already there. It's like if you plant an apple tree, can I expect the tree to not, even if I were to, do something to the apple tree, it will still have this appleness in it, I feel. But to transform our normal life into awareness, okay, and then go beyond just the marriage, go beyond just this, and look deeper into what's the purpose, what can be the new purpose of my life. So like that, rather than just say that, oh, I'm in this, then what will happen? Is it bad? Then it's bad. Then how? This and that. Let's go beyond this and go. Yeah, okay, it was bad then. So what? We all make mistakes. You understand? Then to say that, oh, this is bad and this and this and that. But let's really just go beyond all this, and let's say, okay, this happened. Then now how? What can we do? How can we improve? How can we this and that? So this is my sharing. Okay? So any other questions? Okay, so thank you. I pray that you all have a meaningful Ulambana night. Don't worry. Full moon night or the 7th month, got no ghosts flying anywhere to your house, okay. Something will fly to your head later. There's some blessings, right? There's this text from His Holiness 13th Dalai Lama. He used this text in Mongolia. So I got this text from Chadro Rinpoche. Rinpoche actually wants me to show you all once a year, okay, and get the blessing. So actually the idea was that we make a glass casing and it is locked up and people can come, they can view it, and then they can take a photograph of it and then get some blessing. So I thought, okay, we'll do it someday, but for now, then this will be may the wisdom be upon you. Okay, let this text knock some sense into me. Okay, so yeah, then that's whenever my guru take the text and bless. So I always think, talk some sense into me. Then later I think better knock some more dollars. Okay, right. Thank you. So please offer mandala.
Right, you can refer to page 24 of the prayer text. Offer a short mandala. as thanksgiving. Oma Hong, Oma
Oma
Hong,
Hong,
Oma
Oma
Hong.
Hong.
This ground anointed with perfume, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, 4 continents, sun and moon. I offer in visualizations as a fellow Buddhas. May all sentient beings thus enjoy this pure land. Om Idam Guru Radha Mandala Kamniya Tayami. Continue with the prayers of long life, page 26. In the land encircled by snowy mountains, you are the source of all happiness and good. All-powerful Cherenzit Tenzin Gyatso, please remain until samsara ends. May the teachings of the Buddha flourish, and may those upholding the teachings have long lives. May all transmigrators be well and happy, and may their temporary and ultimate aims be accomplished. Long life for our Guru. Om Savasti, like the countless light rays that radiate from the Ruby Mountain, exquisite Amitayu, Lord of everlasting life, who captivates and one does not tire of seeing, whose essence is of infinite life, the nectar of immortality, please instantly grant our Gurus the seed of stable and everlasting life. You are intelligent and skillful in upholding the traditions of Buddha, spreading the holy Dharma through explanations and practices, in order to lead disciples onto the path to liberation. You are the one who is an unequaled guide. Please live a long and stable life. I request respectfully, my precious and holy Guru, to enjoy excellent health. I request respectfully, my precious and holy Guru, to live a long life. I request respectfully, my precious and holy Guru, that your Dharma activities spread and flourish far and wide. I request respectfully, my precious and holy Guru, to bless me to be never separated from you. In all my future rebirths, may I never be separated from my perfect Guru. May I enjoy the magnificent Dharma, and by completing the qualities of the stages and path, may I quickly attain the state of Vajradhara. Due to the blessings of the Guru, the 3 jewels, and especially due to the enlightened activities of Mazo Gyalpo, may Singha Thupten Namdro Rinpoche's life be stable and his activities increase. Homage to the assembly of deities who are the source of our varieties of preciousness, by your knowledge, compassion, and power that liberates from mere seeing and hearing, from the blessing and power of truth of the assembly of deities, may the lotus of long life, good health, happiness, and prosperity blossom. So let's do dedication of merits. Due to this merit, may I soon attain the enlightened state of Guru Buddha, that I may be able to liberate all sentient beings from their sufferings. May the precious Bodhi mind not yet born arise and grow. May that born have no decline but increase forevermore. So request Geshe-la to lead us in the Mixima prayer. Thank you, Geshe-la, and thank you, everybody.
And 3 prostrations, please. And thank you everyone for attending teachings as well. So in tonight's announcements, so once again, happy blessed Buddha's joyful day once again. So we have some specially commissioned cards as well at the counter. So later after blessings, please swing by the temple's counter to pick them up. So at the same time, it's the grand finale happening on Saturday for Ulamana. So 10 a.m. there will be the Medicine Buddha Jangwa in Tibetan, and 2 p.m. recitation of the Compassionate Samadhi Water Repentance Sutra in Chinese, which is the part 3. So on this grand finale day, all dedication tablets will be brought to the main hall for grand dedication of merits. So if you would like to pay respects to your dearly departed ones on these days, please do so before 1 p.m. So to make any offerings before the grand finale, please scan this QR code right here. And also the next class that's upcoming will be the postration class by Geshe Jigme. So happening on the 24th of September, Sunday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on site at Thich Chun Choling, Singapore, the main hall. And this practice of making prostrations is a great daily practice for the purpose of purifying negative karmas and obstacles to spiritual practice. Join Geshe Jigme in the postration class to learn more.
For tonight. No need kata for tonight.
To learn more about the significance and benefits of postration and how to do prostrations to 35 Buddhas. So scan the QR code to sign up. And of course, the Exploring Buddhism Module 2, it's happening on the 30th of September, Saturday. So it's a total of 13 lessons with 4 face-to-face sessions and 9 online sessions. So mark these dates, and the timing will be from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Module 2 will be covering the topics on the 3 principal aspects of the path. So join our Dharma brother Dorjik Tenzin to learn more. Scan the QR code for details or to sign up. And we are also celebrating Lord Siddhigarbha's birthday on the 14th of September on a Thursday. At 11 a.m. there will be food offering before all Buddhas. And in celebration of Siddhigarbha's Bodhisattva's birthday, let us pray for the swift purification of world conflicts, natural disasters, and illnesses, and create some great merits and auspicious conditions for all beings. Scan to make offerings, and the closing date will be the 13th of September at 8 a.m. So once again, thank you very much everyone that's online, offline, and everywhere. So have a great week ahead, and this is Ilay signing off. See you soon.
Thank you.